I'll be recording a game that I played. I think this is my top 100 game. The game I wanted to get into top 100 at the time. No, it's not a big deal, but I think it's pretty cool. This is probably like one of the better games I had. I'm still learning how to adapt to this new change with Storm Surge. I think I'm quicker than most at learning it, but I think it's really overpowered, right now at least. Not many people understand the extent of it, and they really just need to know that. You know, kidnap someone so many times they learn. I'll do some commentary over anything I can. We're going against a Thor. I played against him before. My main priority is just harassing the healers in this situation. Not necessarily the Angela or the Thor. They're too hard to harass. Especially since they have to change too. And they're on triple support, right? Yeah. So, they're half the team. I get them out of the portal, and I get out myself. That was cool. I really just want to show the extent of Storm Surge, so people understand how good he is. Because I think he almost deserves to be banned in games, but people don't want to play against him. Of course, I love him. So this is some of the interactions you'll see. A fucking 3-man tie brawl. It's crazy. 3-man, all down. I think I don't know, yeah, I do kill him somehow. I don't know if that was necessary, but I had no more hammers, I think? Actually, no, I had full hammers. But, the main problem is I didn't have my universal cooldown, that's why I did this. I couldn't Storm Surge him again. So I did the quickest damage I knew how to use, which was my ult. It made sense at the moment. I thought this was cool. Just the turnaround that I do. Like, it's kind of just like style points, but I think it's pretty quick. Now, what I've noticed is I rarely use a full range normal awakening. I almost always use it for close range now, and I find myself running out of hammers. I think I'm not the best. Well, I'm not like... I'm not perfect, but I think I have a lot of room to learn. But this was fucking peak cinema. So I don't really know what I'm doing here. I just know... Did you see this frame? What type of crazy... I don't... ass frame is this? This is like anime. Those trails, I never really noticed them before. But, the fuck? And where did Loki... Oh yeah, he was Loki in the first place, so he pops out when he dies. That's funny. But no, this felt so good. But yeah, that was an enemy Luna, and I don't even think about her. Well, it doesn't look like I'm thinking about her, but I can turn so quickly that I don't need to look at her yet. Now what I'm really thinking about right now is the Gambit, because I know he has ult. But that's also a reason not to think about him, because he's not going to die with his ult. What I really got to think about is who is next on my kill list. At least I got Freeze out. But the fight's not even winnable, so there's really no point in thinking about it. Now here is where it gets really fun around corners. I know he's here. Ah, failed, but you know, it's a thought that counts. A failed attempt. Proof of concept is what it is. didn't body block the Luna. Like, what people don't understand, it's not just pushing. Thor's body is huge, and you need the movement to work with the Storm Surge. You need to be in front of them. Or behind them, I guess. Lol, Angela. Now I know Namor's up here, and he's the only diveable target right now. I know it sounds weird, but I kind of know where the enemies are looking. And that's why I choose where I go. Now, you can see where they're looking. They're looking like left side. Now, I think, okay, where else? Let's try here. I keep on changing where they look. You can really see it with Hetzray. But now I feel like, okay, their attention's divided. Now's the time to act. But then the Luna gives me a free kill, so that's cool. Thor was not a problem. Now bullying starts. Now here's one of the best like fights I've ever had with this update. I think. I'm not sure though. Yeah, I think this is it. Now, I have analyzed this a little bit, but I think slow-mo could help. The Angela tries to kidnap me. I'm not sure if there's a way to go slower. There is. I really want to kill the Loki. I'm 250 HP, even lower. He just fails to heal him. And I know this is coming way before it's coming. Now, I change the trajectory. I change it again. I think that is the peak of this ability. Is micro adjustments like that. I'm not sure if I really needed it. But that's the skill ceiling. I really wish I could see hitboxes because it was really close. Let me get a freeze frame. Okay. So, it's pointing in my foot. And the adjustment takes place. And obviously, she can't do it anymore. I don't know. I think this might be good. Sorry for spending so long doing this, but it's really cool in my opinion. Missed. Yep, I don't know. You be the judge. I live, by the way. I really want a hammer so bad, and that's what I get. And that's... Wait, where did my hammer even go? I forget. I think... Did I get a no-break hammer? Sorry, I'll get out of... Fucking... I don't know where that hammer went. Was that a lag hammer? But yeah, I get bubbled out. I've been alive for so long, it feels like. I'm just, yeah, simply stop her and cap the point. I'm already ready to do that. Like the spatial awareness is very important. You need like entire awareness. Know where everyone is and where they're going. Now this map, I do fuck up. We'll see. So I know they're doing the same thing they were before. Now, you know, I think they're gonna learn something. And they gambit ult. I choose, let's not engage the fucking, the really hard damage dealers. Let's just disrupt these tanks, because that's in close quarters, this isn't. But now that their Gambit ult is over, I think, okay, time to do it. And I'm gonna explode, because their Namor is puppy guarding, and that's the real problem for me. Yeah, they're on double support, but Namor is still practically a support, because he's just puppy guarding. He's like off supporting. Now I get a little funky here. Like, what the fuck? 3 people. If that was bad, that would have got me. But what's really important, what I think a lot of Thors aren't doing, is like reacting like patiently or like calmly to situations like that. You can always just get out. Don't gotta beat the bad guy when he beats you. Just chill. I don't know what I'm thinking here. I'm thinking, how do I do this? What am I supposed to do? I think I should have gone main in the first place. I think that 3-person Columbus saw was a real good distraction for me. Now, what I say right here is, I have an awakening in so long. Let me try it. I immediately get a kill. Because I am addicted to moving these tanks around. I admit it. Now, I want people to realize how quickly I use my cooldowns once I get them. Like, I use Hammer Throw there, but do I miss it? No, I don't. I don't use it if I think I will need it later, but I still use them off cooldown. Like, how long did I hold a lightning round for? Well, who knows, because I ulted, but I've already used Hammer Throw. Hammer Throw is just a stronger swing, and it's faster. That's why you should almost always use it. And this is hilarious because I can tell he's learning from me. He's learning a lot from me, in my opinion. Squirrely. I can do that too. He's like, look what I can do. No, you're not the king. I'm like Flats. If you're gonna go for the king, you better take his head. Oh my god, that's so corny. Sacrifice myself for the mag. Now, I'm not sure if I really needed to beat up the Thor. They're still on Namor. So there's his, well, he's puppy guarding still. But I don't actually need to do much here. The Namor is just the only actual obstacle for me or anyone. If I just targeted him, they have almost nothing for me. Like, who on their team headshots me? Now a Hela, but whatever. The Hela needs to be doing a lot more things than headshotting me. So, the Namor is the peel of their team. The only peel of their team. Hela's not peeling. That's not her job. I found that even if I'm the best Thor in the world, that you're still gonna lose rounds. You're still gonna lose games, and you should know that. It's not like Hela, where if you are an aimbot of a human being, you win every game. It's just the price you pay for playing a melee character. Now, I occupied this Angela here. And that's because I want to delay her from doing anything else. That's what's more important than actually like getting value out of what I do. Sometimes what I do that isn't pointless. It looks pointless, but it's about the meta game. Not to sound too What's it called? She's smart, I don't know. Pretentious. Pretentious? I forget the word. Pretentious, yes. But it's the metagame. Now this is beautiful. The Thors are kissing. He's getting these ideas. Doesn't have his ult either. If he had his ult, I could forgive something like this. Because where is he going once he gets me? Or anyone? It's his idea to like femur break me by like getting me stuck in this area when it changes maps? No. But he's working with his Namor. That's the only thing I can imagine he's doing. That could work on like a Mantis. But I know how to stun lock. You button mash shift until the enemy dies. Both abilities used. Now I'm straight up starting a new fight. That's because Awakening, like, is its own ability. Doesn't matter that I don't have the other ones. Now, that was spatial awareness. I'm not even in this fight, I know what to do. Immediately. I think my duo tells me, hey, go get on them over here. I do that. And it's that occupying thing I do. I stop them from setting anything up. And when I do that, I delay the rest of their team's response. Because they won't be in sync. That's what they really want. They want synchronization. And you entirely disrupt that when you just do these meaningless skirmishes. Killing an invis is so frustrating as Thor. You need hammer throw to kill invis. That's one of the hard rules. There is no exception. You always need that ability. For either a second awakening or a third. Actually, no, a third awakening. I forget how the cycle really goes. But yeah. Because a shield will almost always block your hammer throw, and that's the hard part. Because then you don't get your hammer, then you can't awaken it again, and that's really bad because she has 5 seconds to do whatever she wants. And pushing invises out of their ult, really important. You should always look for it because now it's actually viable and consistent. Sorry for the Minecraft music, oh my god. It's okay. Game's over. I don't know. I want to do more of these, but I gotta think of the good games to do it on because I'm not a good editor, and a lot of my games can be boring. What is he doing over there, I wonder? He's like, I want to twirl the enemies around. I think he's on the invis. That's smart. No, he's on the magic. Yep. But yep,